Welcome you all. On today's session, I will explain about or we will discuss about general analysis of turbo machines. So in that the first case is that is axial flow power absorbing turbo machine. So here power absorbing turbo machines consist of either it may be compressors, blowers or pumps. But here condition is that is a axial flow machines. That means inlet as well as the exit of the fluid taking place at the same axis of the shaft. So for that reason that U1 is equals to U2. So now I am going to derive very first expression for this condition for power absorbing turbo machine. In that is a energy transfer. So here figure shows the general velocity diagram for axial flow compressor stage. See this diagram. So in this the inlet of the fluid taking place at the velocity of V1, that is a absolute velocity at inlet at V1. V1. So then it is that fluid flowing through the rotor and the relative velocity of the fluid is given by VR1 and the blade angle is given by beta 1 and corresponding angle for the absolute velocity to inlet is given by alpha 1. So here this the flow of the fluid is in axial direction, so that is the V of A1, so that is axial flow machine. So then the fluid is get exited from the rotor, so then it is flowing to the stator, and here that is the stator and fluid, and finally it is get exited from the stator. So see this velocity diagram at inlet as well as outlet. So here V2 represents absolute velocity of the fluid at exit and corresponding angle is given by alpha 2, and relative velocity of the fluid at exit is given by VR2 and corresponding angle is given by beta 2. So next, so here one more angles are mentioned over here, that is gamma naught and gamma 1, and similar manner at the exit velocity triangle, that is gamma 3 as well as gamma 2. So here the gamma naught, so that is an angle measured in the direction of axial flow, that is for with respect to our absolute velocity V1, and similar manner the gamma 1 represents, so here the blade angle measured with respect to the axial flow. The same diagram is shown here. So consider an axial flow machine, so that contains many stages. In case of it consists of two or more number of stages, so at that time the total enthalpy change, that is the delta H naught, is a sum of delta H naught of individual stages. In case of any compressor consists of two stages, at that time total enthalpy change is equals to, that is enthalpy change in stage 1 as well as the summation of enthalpy change in stage 1 and enthalpy change in stage 2. The axial velocity can be assumed as constant. So here the axial velocity can be assumed as constant. The energy equation or enthalpy change per kg of fluid is written as the delta H naught, that is enthalpy change, is equals to u into Vu2 minus Vu1 by Gc. So now to consider the velocity triangle, that is the inlet velocity triangle OAC. See here the U is equals to the total length of AC, that means it is a summation of length of AB plus BC. So here, so we can write this one U as, so if you take, so here gamma naught, so here the tan gamma naught is equals to, the tan is equals to what? The tan is equals to the ratio of opposite by adjacent, correct? Opposite by adjacent. So here, so with respect to this gamma naught, the opposite side is what? BC, and adjacent side is OB, correct? Adjacent side is OB. So now in terms of BC, now I want to measure the distance of BC. The BC is equals to V of A tan gamma naught, V of A tan gamma naught. In similar manner, you can write this distance AB in terms of gamma 1. So at that time, if you consider tan gamma 1, so at that time the AB by the tan gamma 1 is equals to the opposite side is what? AB. The AB and to the adjacent side is V of A1. So now the length of or distance of this AB is equals to V of A tan gamma 1. So that means now this U is written in terms of the AB is equals to V of A tan gamma 1 plus the BC is written as V of A tan gamma naught. So in this one, so here the specifically they mentioned the axial velocity can be assumed as a constant, correct? The axial velocity can be assumed as a constant. So for that reason V of A is common on this expression. V of A is common on this expression. You have to take it outside. So now remaining terms is tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma naught. So from the outlet velocity triangle PQS, so once again here the length of U or distance of U is equals to the total length of QS. Total length of QS. So now QS is equals to summation of QR plus RS. The QS is equals to summation of QR plus QRS. So once again you have tried this expression in terms of what? Gamma 2, tan gamma 2 and tan gamma 3. If you consider tan gamma 2 is equals to at that time the QR by V of A, correct? QR by V of A. So now I want to measure the distance of QR. The QR is equals to V of A tan gamma 2. Similarly, tan gamma 3 is equals to, that is the ratio of RS by V of A. So now the distance of RS is equals to V of A tan gamma 3. So that means now the total length of QS, that is equals to U is equals to V of A tan gamma 2 plus V of A tan gamma 3. So once again here axial flow is constant. So now take it outside, that is now tan gamma 2 plus tan gamma 3. So now U is equals to, now U, that is very first expression here it is, that is the U is equals to, this is one expression, first expression is here, that is U is equals to V of A tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 2, and one more expression for U is equals to, that is the second expression here. The second expression is here, U is equals to V of A tan gamma 2 plus tan gamma 3. So now equate these two expressions, equation number 1 and equation number 2, that is U is equals to V of A tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma naught is equals to V of A tan gamma 2 plus tan gamma 3. So here the V of A on right hand side as well as the left hand side V of there is there. Now these terms get cancelled. The final remaining terms on left hand side is that is tan gamma naught plus tan gamma 1 is equals to tan gamma 2 plus tan gamma 3. We can rearrange this expression as tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2. That means this tan gamma 2 on right hand side is taken to left hand side, and whatever the tan gamma naught is here on left hand side, that is taken to right hand side. At that time this tan gamma 3 minus tan gamma naught. So also we can write this tangential velocity at inlet, that is v of u1 is equals to v of a tan gamma naught, and also we can write that tangential velocity at exit, that is v of u2 at exit is equals to v of a tan gamma 3. Therefore the total enthalpy change, is equals to U by Gc into the V of A tan gamma 3 minus tan gamma naught. See here, so V of U1 is equals to V of a tan gamma naught, and V of U2 is equals to V of a tan gamma 3. So now this one is VU2 is equals to V of a tan gamma 3. Correct, and Vu1 is equals to V of a tan gamma naught. Now substitute that values in this total enthalpy change expression. So now V of A is common. So at that time this tan gamma 3 that here, and this is a tan gamma naught remains inside this bracket. Correct. That's the total enthalpy change is equals to U by Gc V of A into tan gamma 3 minus tan gamma naught. So where gamma naught and gamma 3 are the angles made by the absolute inlet and outlet velocities with respect to axial direction. See here, gamma naught and gamma 3, gamma naught at inlet and gamma 3 at outlet are the angles made by the absolute inlet and outlet velocities with respect to axial direction. And the more direct information is obtained if energy transfer is expressed in terms of blade angles gamma 1 and gamma 2. So once again here gamma 1 and gamma 2 is termed as a blade angles with respect to V, the relative velocity at inlet as well as the relative velocity at exit, that is gamma 1 and gamma 2. So now, so in the idealized case, the angles made by the relative velocity are the actual blade angles, which have been shown that tan gamma 3 minus tan gamma naught is equals to tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2. So these are the relations. So according to these relations, say, so therefore energy expression in terms of blade angles with axial direction is given by, that is the total enthalpy change or energy transfer E is equals to U by Gc V of A tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2. So because here see this tan gamma 3, the tan gamma 3, so that is equals to tan gamma 1, that is equals to tan gamma 1. In similar manner, this tan gamma naught, the tan gamma naught is equals to tan gamma 2. So these are the relations on this expressions. According to that relations, so we can write this energy transfer expression as E is equals to U by Gc V of A tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2. So in terms of blade angles beta 1 and beta 2, we can also write this expression for energy transfer or energy equation as below. So that is total enthalpy change delta H naught is equals to U by Gc V of A cot beta 1 minus cot beta 2. And also write this expression as U by Gc V of A cot beta 1 minus cot beta 2. So in this one, the cot beta 1, the cot we can write this one is what, 1 by tan, right? The cot is equals to 1 by tan. So for that reason, the cot beta 1 is equals to 1 by tan beta 1. In similar manner, cot beta 2 is equals to 1 by tan beta 2. So now this energy transfer expression becomes U by Gc V of A 1 by tan beta 1 minus 1 by tan beta 2. So now take the LCM of this tan beta 1 and tan beta 2. So after taking LCM, the LCM is tan beta 1 and tan beta 2. So after taking the LCM, so here this one is what, 1. So at that time that is a 1 into tan beta 2, and here it is a 1, that is multiplied with what, tan beta 1. So now total enthalpy change is given by U by Gc V of A, and numerator now it is tan beta 2 minus tan beta 1, and the denominator tan beta 1 into tan beta 2. The unit of that one is joules per kg. That means the energy transfer or total enthalpy change in a compressor, that is given by U by Gc V of A tan beta 2 minus tan beta 1 by tan beta 1 into tan beta 2. So that is one expression for energy transfer in power absorbing axial flow turbo machines. Now coming to the next derivation on power absorbing turbo machines. So that is a degree of reaction. So it is denoted by the letter, capital letter R. The degree of reaction, that is denoted by the letter, capital letter R. So as the U1 is equals to U2 for axial flow machines, turbo machines, the flow of fluid taking place at the same axis. For that reason, that is blade velocity at inlet is equals to blade velocity at outlet. U1 is equals to U2. The static head in the rotor is simply due to change of kinetic energy. So because of this axial flow machines, the static head is only due to what? The relative kinetic energy. So thus the static head is given by 1 by 2 Gc Vr1 square minus Vr2 square. So this is power absorbing type of turbo machine. For that reason, the relative velocity at inlet is higher than the relative velocity at exit. For that reason, this equation becomes the Vr1 square minus Vr2 square. The degree of reaction also denoted by or also expressed as R is equals to ratio of change in relative kinetic energy in the rotor to the total head or total enthalpy change. Simply this degree of reaction is denoted by the ratio of the static head to total head. So here this static head is given by the change in relative kinetic energy in the rotor, and it is the ratio of what? The total head or total enthalpy change. So it is also expressed as it is a ratio of static enthalpy rise in rotor to the total enthalpy rise across the stage. So now this, for that reason, the degree of reaction is given by R is equals to the static head is given by 1 by 2 Gc Vr1 square minus Vr2 square, and total enthalpy rise across the stage is given by delta H naught. So from the velocity triangle OAB, so according to that, from that velocity triangle, OA square is equals to AB square plus OB square. So according to Pythagoras theorem, so that is OA square is equals to AB square plus OB square. So here the OA square is equals to OB square. So now we can write this AB square. The AB square is here. The AB square can be written as OB square tan square gamma 1. AB square is equals to OB square tan square gamma 1. In similar manner, from this inlet velocity triangle, VR1 square is equals to V of A square plus V of A square tan square gamma 1. So now VR1 square minus VR2 square. So this is one expression for VR1 square. VR1 square is equals to V of A square plus V of A square tan square gamma 1. In similar manner, VR2 square is equals to given by the expression V of A square plus V of A square tan square gamma 2. So that is expression for VR2 square. So now VR1 square minus VR2 square is equals to, so VR1 square is equals to V of A square plus V of A square tan square gamma 1, and VR2 is equals to V of A square plus V of A square tan square gamma 2. So now open up this brackets. So at that time the V of A square minus V of A square get cancelled. So now VR1 square minus VR2 square is equals to, so once again the V of A square tan gamma square tan square gamma 1. So here it is V of A square tan square gamma 2 is here. So once again this V of A square is common on these two expressions. Take it outside. V of A square into the remaining terms. Here it is tan square gamma 1 and this one is tan square gamma 2. So also we have total enthalpy change. Total enthalpy change in stage is given by U by Gc V of A tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2. Now degree of reaction R is equals to, R is equals to 1 by Gc VR1 square minus VR2 square, and enthalpy, total enthalpy stage in a enthalpy change in a stage is given by U by Gc V of A tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2. So here this Gc and Gc from the numerator and denominator get cancelled. For that reason now remaining terms 1 by this 2 is coming to the denominator, so that V of A square by 2 into U into V of A, and VR1 square, so here VR1 square minus VR2 square is here. So VR1 square minus VR2 square is equals to, so this is the expression for that. Substitute over here. Here substituted, and 2 into V of U into V of A tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2. So now this numerator, see here tan square gamma 1 minus tan square gamma 2. So that is in form of what? A square minus B square, correct? So this one is the numerator in the form of A square minus B square. The A square minus B square is expanded as A plus B into A minus B, A plus B into A minus B. So at that time this one is tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 2 into tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2. And the denominator, that is tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2, right? So from the numerator to denominator, this tan gamma 1 minus tan gamma 2 will get cancelled, and remaining term at numerator is tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 2. And once again V of A square is here in denominator V of A. So once again one V of 1 V of A get cancelled here, and the remaining terms and the numerator V of A tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 2 as the denominator, that is 2 into U. So now degree of reaction is equals to V of A tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 2 by 2U. So that is equals to V of A by U, and this one is taken as tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 2, and this 2 is taken inside here, that is divided by 2. So now this expression for degree of reaction R is given by the R is equals to V of A by U tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 2 by 2. So that is equals to degree of reaction R is equals to V of A by U, that is tan gamma mean. So where tan gamma mean is equals to tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 2 by 2 is that is also mean blade angle with respect to axial direction. In terms of beta 1 and beta 2, that is a blade angles at inlet and blade angles at outlet, it can also be written as R is equals to V of A divided by 2U cot beta 1 plus cot beta 2. So we can write this expression, the same expression, degree of reaction R is equals to V of A by U tan gamma mean is equals to V of A 2U cot beta 1 plus cot beta 2. Since the tan gamma 1, so because of what the tan gamma 1 is equals to, we can write that one as tan into 90 minus beta 1, correct? By referring that velocity triangles, the tan gamma 1 is equals to tan 90 minus beta 1. For that reason, the tan 90 minus beta 1 is equals to cot beta 1, correct? So according to trigonometric relations, tan 90 minus beta 1 is equals to cot beta 1. So now R is equals to V of A 2U. So now cot. So cot beta 1 plus cot beta 2 is here. The cot is equals to 1 by tan, correct? Cot is equals to 1 by tan. For that reason, the cot beta 1 is equals to 1 by tan beta 1 plus 1 by tan beta 2. So once again here, the denominator, there is a tan beta 1 and tan beta 2. Take the LCM of this. The LCM for this expression becomes, that is a tan beta 1 into tan beta 2. So equate this one. After taking LCM, the V of A by 2U into at the numerator, that is 1 by 1 here, the 1 by tan beta 1 plus 1 by tan beta 2. So because of after taking the LCM of this tan beta 1 and tan beta 2, the numerator, that is tan beta 1 plus tan beta 2. So this is expression for degree of reaction V of A by 2U tan beta 1 plus tan beta 2 to the ratio of tan beta 1 into tan beta 2. That means in this session we discussed about the two important expressions for the power absorbing type of the axial flow turbo machines. The very first expression is energy transfer or enthalpy change in a power absorbing axial flow turbo machine, and one more expression we derived, that is the degree of reaction for power absorbing axial flow compressor or blower. Thank you all.